Okay, he's saying, nor will the seeking of the divine. So I'll read each sentence, and if it's clear, we'll go on. Okay, so nor will the seeking of the divine through life and the meeting of him in all the activities of his being and of the universal being be absent from the scope of his worship. So, in other words, it has to be integral. That's what it means. Nor will the seeking of the divine through life and the meeting of him in all the activities of his being, mental activity, vital activity, physical activity. Okay, that's what it means. Activities of his being and of the universal being be absent from the scope of his worship. This is for the integral yoga. Okay. All nature and all life will be to him at once a revelation and a fine trysting place. Trysting, a meeting of lovers. Tryst is a place where lovers meet in secret. Okay. Yeah. All nature, everything, and in all life will be to him at once a revelation and a fine trysting place. So once you have realized your relation with the divine and you have got then this is what happens. You see the divine everywhere. In nature, in all the activities, everywhere you see it. Not in the beginning, only at the end. Okay? Intellectual and aesthetic dynamic activities, science and philosophy and life, thought and art and action will assume for him a diviner sanction and a greater meaning. He will seek them because of his clear sight of the divine through them and because of the delight of the divine in them. So, Sister's language is very interesting. You will see the divine because through them all the forms have intellectual activity, aesthetic activity, dynamic activity. Intellectual activity concerning the mind, mental activities, aesthetic activities, the vital, okay, through art and beauty, and dynamic activities, physical. So, in every way, okay, also science and philosophy and life, okay, thought and art and action. Again, you have the same thing. Thought corresponding to the mind, art corresponding more to the vital than the mind, and action, the body, will assume for him a diviner sanction and a greater meaning. In other words, even the most ordinary activities can be turned into a spiritual life. Okay? Even washing dishes, okay, wiping dishes in the dining room, everything can become part of divine life, spiritual life. He will seek them because of his clear sight of the divine through them and because of the delight of the divine in them. So, through them, you can see in the universe, and in them, in all the activities, also divine is there. He will not be indeed attached to their appearances, for attachment is an obstacle to the Ananda. But because he possesses that pure, powerful, and perfect Ananda, which obtains everything but is dependent on nothing. Okay? And because he finds in them the ways and acts and signs, the becomings and the symbols and images of the beloved. He draws from them a rapture which a normal mind that pursues them for themselves cannot attain or even dream. So in other words, whatever you are engaged in, okay, you are doing it. If you do it for the divine, then you will see the divine in all activities. But if you do it for yourself, okay, then you will not see the divine. That's what he's saying. If you, with a normal mind that pursues them for themselves on an egoistic basis, cannot attain or even dream. All this and more becomes part of the integral way and its consummation. Okay? So, if you are doing it in the right way, you will get the full benefit of your love and devotion for it. I'm reading the summary and then we'll go on to the next page, next paragraph. Similarly, all the activities of life will conform quite well with worship and devotion to divine. Life in the universe is nature. Okay? A seeker of the integral yoga will see the divine in all nature's workings. And then nature becomes the lover's meeting place. What he has used the word trysting place. All human activity, whether intellectual, aesthetic, dynamic, scientific, philosophical, life, art, thought, action, all these, all will assume a greater meaning and purpose. All these activities can be viewed only on the surface and still satisfy mind, heart, life, and body. But the seeker will look beyond the surface, behind appearances, and see the essential truth behind all activity. Divine knowledge in intellectual and philosophical pursuits, divine delight and beauty in art, divine power and identity in all action. Since he is not attached to any activity, he will have pure ananda of all these human activities. That's what Singh is saying in this paragraph. Okay, I read the summary. Now we can go on to the next one. The general power of delight is love. So, Anafri has to read. So, Archana was absent for several days. Can she read now? Is she?